This is the new Seamaster Aqua Terra Shades Coaxial Master Chronometer that was released last year. I have the bay green sunray dial on the President style bracelet in front of the camera today, and it is a watch that I have long wanted to get my hands on, really for over a year now. It has proved to be a fairly hard model to come by at retail. They seem to sell promptly through the authorized distributorship, so I would like to thank Exquisite Timepieces in Naples, Florida for lending this bay green iteration in for review. I just appreciate the opportunity to get it behind the camera and share it with you here on the channel. So if you are looking for a good Omega authorized dealer, especially with the US retail price increases coming in just a few weeks from now, I will recommend Exquisite. I did buy my all ceramic variation of the Seamaster from them just a few weeks ago. So, through firsthand experience, a solid AD. A link will be in the description of the video. Now back to the watch. This Aqua Terra, it's really a sharp model. And I've noticed a small trend or a shift from some watch collectors towards smaller or more traditionally sized sports watches. And this one, this Aqua Terra, certainly fits that bill at 38 millimeters in case diameter. And with the way the Aqua Terra design wears slightly smaller than the nominal dimensions would suggest, it should really appeal to that crowd that wants more consumer choice in the sub 40 millimeter segment of the watch market, especially in these louder, more vibrant, or more playful color configurations. In that regard, I think the dial is the best part about this watch. The color, which Omega calls bay green, it's subtle. The tone to my eyes, it just appears a little bit more sage or mountain juniper. It's a lighter color that I think is unique within the watch market. I also really like the other color iterations released in the same shades series. Those are Atlantic Blue, Sandstone, Saffron, and Terracotta. Terracotta would be my pick of the litter. I think it looks really great, and I'd love to have hands-on with that in the future. So expanding upon that point though, I think Omega should expand these colors into the larger 41 millimeter size. I think that size appeals to me personally a little bit more than this 38 millimeter does, but I recognize that is a subjective point. Now going back to the dial, note the crisp detail work. The printing found throughout is silvered, it's fairly dimensional, and it pairs nicely with the rhodium plated applied markers and handset. The appliques are very dimensional, and the bifinish is noticeably sharp. Various colors of the spectrum are barely visible on the defined brushwork, that linear striping, and this is even found on the beveled date surround at the 6 o'clock position, as well as the applied Omega logo just below the 12 o'clock marker. Now the handset is beveled, and there is a small amount of cyan tone lume visible in low light or no light conditions. I think the lume is decent. It's got good longevity, but not the best potency. I would give the dial, the details, and the execution top marks with this watch. Again, in my opinion, it is the highlight of this specific Shades iteration. But another change for the Shades collection is the bracelet style. I know watch collectors have long asked for something besides that oyster style with the polished center links that are found in other versions of the Aqua Terra. And Omega has finally granted that request by offering a Rolex President bracelet-like design. The links are not as solid, they're not as rounded as the ones on my own Day-Date, but I do like the look. I think it is complementary to the twisted lyre-style lugs that so many of us enjoy about Omega. Now, within the watch is a Metis certified 8800 coaxial movement, and this will be the exact same as the one found within my recent purchase, the ceramic Seamaster. I've noted with a few of these 8800 coaxial movements that they are just a solid movement with 55 hours of power reserve, 35 different joules, and a beat frequency of 3.5 hertz. Other nice elements about the movement will include a free-sprung balance, a silicone hairspring, full balance bridge architecture, and beautiful arabesque finish work. Although the finishing is machine done, I think the look is instantly recognizable as Omega and, in my opinion, noticeably attractive. Now, what would be areas for improvement? I don't think there is, such a thing as the perfect watch. With this specific 38 millimeter Shades Aqua Terra, I have noticed that the domed sapphire crystal does not have as good of an application of ARC as other Aqua Terra models that I have recently reviewed. The 8800 movement, in my opinion, is also slightly inferior, technically speaking, to the 8900 found within the 41 millimeter Aqua Terra models, and I know that there will only be a $400 price difference between the two. You might disagree with me on the movement preference, but I think it's something worth mentioning here. And lastly, there will be a new bracelet design. I think that's very welcome, but there is still the non-preferred butterfly style deployant that does not have a micro adjustment system. And I think I speak for many watch collectors who would prefer a larger, sportier deployant design with a toolless micro adjustment system. But on the whole, I think this is an extremely sharp and very attractive design in that smaller 38 millimeter size. It has beautiful dial work. It has a unique and vibrant dial color and an overall more cohesive bracelet design pairing and a Metis certified in-house movement. I think there is a lot to enjoy for the $6,300 full retail price, although it does still have some room for improvement. That being said, please let me know if you have any specific questions, and I will do my best to answer those in the comment section. Recommendations will be in the description. Thank you for watching today, and I'll see you next time.